Hi, this case study is about a fellow who was acting like a bully, but really was a sweetheart in disguise. He actually worked for a university, and a university is a little bit like kind of a union. Uh, Everybody's got tenure kind of situation. And, he was ordering every day. And so we went out and tried to collaborate, not confront him with his ordering pattern facts and say, here's a better way of doing business. He got very angry and he said, "Don't tell me what to do. I'm keeping everyone around here supplied. I got to do what I got to do to keep my people happy and whatever." And, whenever anybody protests too much, it's like a Shakespeare quote, he protests too much, methinks. You have to sort of say, what's their real modus operandi? What's really going on? And the more we looked into it, we realized, what was going on was he basically was having a great social relationship with, what he thought was a very attractive, at least over the phone, lady inside sales rep at this distribution company. And we realized that really over time, we kind of had enabled it. In other words, the gal was delightful and cheerful, and she really liked this guy. I mean, she didn't see it as an owner sense. She kind of enjoyed visiting with him, shooting the breeze about whatever. So there really kind of wasn't any bad guy here. I mean, it took two to sort of create this relationship. But we were flummoxed about how to sort of say, well, we don't, necessarily, if you both are enjoying the relationship, in other words, if it were really onerous and this guy was hitting on this lady or something, that would have been problematic. But it wasn't the case. So how do we make it an and both solution as opposed to, hey, take it this way or whatever and have a fight here? So we backed off and actually through another channel, kind of top down, diplomatically figured out what was going on. And what the university did was they assigned the buyer to another set of projects. And while he was gone, we basically put in a new solution. So when he came back, the thing was, here's the new solution, but the inside salesperson is going to call you every day at a certain time just to check on how things are going. So in a sense, it was an and both. The morals of the story are when you run into idiosyncratic people, you can't be rational with them. It's an emotional irrational issue. So when you find too much defensive anger, you have to sort of say, what's the hidden agenda and how are we part of this? Don't ever always assume there really is no bad guy here. We're as guilty of enabling this as before. In an earlier case study, I pointed about the job shop guy and how it was a highly evolved dysfunctional relationship. But you know what? Every step of the way over a 10-year period of time, we as a company had bent to what this guy wanted. We didn't issue any boundary controls anywhere along the way to get totally involved in a big losing kind of situation. Um, the other thing is that when even if you go above somebody's head, because you can always take a very cooperative, creative, and both solution. I mean, we're talking about 30% hidden waste that both of us can mine and benefit from, as opposed to the 1-2% price story. It allows creative, flexible stuff to happen and to create these kind of happy endings to the story. And so. If we take that kind of no blame, win-win, and both attitude down here, no blame, win-win, and both attitude, if that doesn't work, of course, we always have plan B to fall back on. Once you start to grow rapidly because of supply chain applications, you turn losers into winners and they give you 25% more business. You go out and you do an audit and you retune a best customer and they give you more business. This is growing your business. You don't want to hire people. You'd rather have them, instead of doing empty or losing activity, have them doing profitable activity. So once we start getting that dynamic upside growth, with some customers, if plan B, okay, fine. Going forward unilaterally, these are the terms, take them or leave them. And we found out that often the cherry pickers and the bullies and the enmeshed people will take them. Because what's their next best alternative? They can't instantly go find somebody else that's going to give them all the things that we have have co-created dysfunctionally over the last 10 years. So that's one more story about a happy ending to a bully story. Thank you.